So I wanted to start actually building a starter base. Probably gonna do it there or over there. I'm still unsure as to how this area looks with all the magic applied. Which is, yes, we're gonna have a rather magical base. I'm still trying to figure out how it's gonna look. So we need more resources, and we're gonna have to go caving a little while longer. I'm gonna start by actually making one of these. While we're at it, a nice helmet and some nice boots. Slightly more protection. Never had nobody. Today, I'm gonna talk about some games that are kind of near and dear to my heart, which I imagine a lot of you must recognize, at least a little. I want to talk about the Walking Dead games. Now, these games were kind of crazy because they came out, what? I think 2014, 2013? I'm not sure. The first thing I saw about the game, I was like 12, was that one scene where that one lady in chapter 4 gets her guts ripped out. And I'm a very non-violent person. I look at that shit, especially when I was 13, and I go, but for some reason, I was super duper intrigued. I think it was because a YouTuber I used to watch was playing it. And I say I used to watch her because she stopped making videos, so yeah. And so I used to watch her, and I always thought it was very neat. So when she started playing this game, I kind of didn't pay attention. But all of a sudden, one day, I guess I got intrigued by the thumbnail of an upload. And I ended up watching it. And as it turns out, it was the Walking Dead game. And I got very curious. So I started actually playing, like wanting to play the game. And at that time, my computer was a potato. I mean, like, up to like a month ago, it still was, but we're talking about a different kind of the potato. We're talking about a form of potato so raw, so internal, that you just, something's up. Tocaron. Buenas. ¿Cuál carro? Permítame. No es la papá, pero hablarle en otra parte. So I got intrigued, and then I started actually, in my potato computer, playing the game. Of course I pirated it. I pirated everything in 2012. The only thing I didn't pirate in 2012, Minecraft. Because it was literally, like, super duper cheap. What was it? 300 pesos? Like, come on. No one's gonna get angry over 300 monios. So I used 300 monios. And I had this wonderful game for a long time. It's kind of crazy that I still have no capes, but like the merger cape and the copper cape. But whatever. So I pirated the game, and I played it on my shitty computer. And it ran actually pretty decently. Like, I was kind of surprised at how much of the game I could actually sit down and play myself. I stopped playing the Walking Dead games and just watching YouTube for the last two. I didn't play episode 4, which is kind of sad. I wish I had. But, well, episode 2, what? I guess, no, it's not. It's season 3 and season 4. I didn't play. Season 4, I did not play, and that makes me kind of sad. I played episodes 1 through 5 of the original games. I did also not play 400 days. But, nobody cares about 400 days. Okay, fans care about 400 days. Which I guess is somebody. Oops. Something on my throat. It's gonna drive me nuts. There's something on my throat. I do have some diamonds, but I'm only gonna use them if I need them. I mean, I guess I could make an iron. Let's make the diamond pickaxe. This one. Ta-da! I mean, this isn't the original diamond or iron pickaxe. I guess we can leave it here. Just as kind of little memento. Well, I can make colored bundles. I can color bundles, but I don't know how to make a bundle. Nicely done, Minecraft. Okay, let's go find another cave. I genuinely think that the games were really good. Especially the first season. I think, like, when I look into The Walking Dead, I just don't really adore what they were doing with the show. Right? I remember watching a few episodes of the show and thinking, man, it doesn't hit the same as the games. I think the games hit the nail on the head with Lee. I think Lee is an awesome character. Because Lee's just this guy. He's a criminal, and yet he's taking care of this girl. That just makes him naturally intriguing. I think I guess it also kind of works because gamers sometimes do have a bias again with stories like this. For some reason, gamers just love parent-child relationships in games. Something about them just makes people go, oh, yes. It's a little, it's a little silly, but it's also fun. Oh, this ravine is so unique. It has a tree down there. Almost, I don't want to break that tree. That tree's kind of beautiful. That tree reminds me of the show I was watching yesterday, which we'll talk about in a future video. I suppose, once I actually finish the show. So the first season of Walking Dead was really nice, right? The whole relationship between Lee and Clementine is like super iconic. You actually like them both a lot. I like a lot of the scenarios they put you in. Like, if you don't remember, chapter 2 happens when you go to a farm and it turns out the guys at the farm are like super eating people. They go like, no, it's good that we eat people because, reasons. It's just like, dude, that's such a fire concept. In a lot of perspectives. I was actually super surprised that they do that. And then they have a guy who's like stalking Clementine because he's just disturbed. Unrelated to anything that happens in the zombie apocalypse. He's like, that is somewhat awesome. So it's just nice that they have all of those scenarios that were interesting and it wasn't just run away from the zombie. It really makes a lot about the story of the games work so much better than the story about the video games. Hold on, let me light you up. This tree has the potential to become something else. I want to put something here without changing any of the top parts of the ravine. Because that looks wonderful. I'm even leaving that iron there. I don't need it. That's... Enderman? I don't know where you are, Enderman. I literally can't see. Too much light outside. I heard the whooping. I heard him going... But don't know where the guy is. So yeah, I think season 1 of The Walking Dead is like the best thing that came out of The Walking Dead. I loved almost all of the characters. Man, like, I've gotten so much use out of that one scene at the start in chapter 1, where you have to either save Doug or Carly. Because a lot of people assumed the popular choice there was that people saved Carly because she was a woman. And they assumed Doc could protect himself or something. And he's like, you say that, but she had a gun. That's a really interesting insight into how player mind work. Because turns out, narratively, people obviously realized the gun was super awesome. Everyone wants to have a gun in a zombie apocalypse. Let her die. Her gun dies with her. That's the reason why most people saved her. Which, yeah, kind of messed up. But it's a very awesome thing to talk about when you're like, you really discover players love useful things in video games. So much so that they prioritize things they love over other things. Ah! Where's the spider? It spotted me, and then I fell in the hole. Spider! Where's the spider? I wonder where the spider ended up. It's hard to use the shield with my setup, by the way, guys. I just realized that. I can't click to shield good. My fingers are too stun locked from where my mouse is. Again, this is the first time I play on computer. Usually I play on a laptop, so I'm very used to my trackpad. Need to readjust. Now, Season 2 of The Walking Dead. The games. Those actually... I don't like them as much, but I still like them. I think Season 2 has a big problem, which is the fact that the big end time decision is just whether you want to kill Kenny or not. I don't imagine most players wanted to kill Kenny, even if he became a deranged lunatic. I don't imagine people would want to do that. They like him too much. He's their baby, you know? But in general, Season 2... gotta say, I didn't love it as much. Ow. You can't be doing that. Die. Talking about The Walking Dead, look at them. It's The Walking Dead, guys. See, it's topical. Everything's topical about the video. The Walking Dead showed up in the video. Hold on, I need full health to actually heal a little bit properly. I don't. I forget that's not how it works. Spider. Yay, string. I now can make a bundle. Yes. Yes. Oh, look at that. I can clean the garbage. Hold on. How did you use these? I forget how to use them. I barely use them. The first time I do a Minecraft. So early on. Like early game Minecraft with bundles. That's crazy. Season 2, I think I liked some of the characters a lot, like Albin, Carter. I think they were good characters. I didn't like Jane. I think Jane was kind of silly and stupid as a character. I don't see how anyone picks to kill Kenny and let her live instead. It's kind of messed up. But I get it, I get it. They wanted to have a more emotional choice at the end of the game. And then you go to Season 3. And Season 3... is a way to describe it. I don't like season 3. So much of season 3 feels like the choices you do don't matter. And I think at the time, Telltale was also releasing the fucking Batman. Right? They have a Batman. There's a Telltale Batman. And I think they were releasing that Batman game. And I remember that one of the things that disappointed me is that that Batman game was like better. The choices were cooler. The approach towards the story was more awesome. Season 3 of the Walking Dead games just kind of feels like a thing in the middle that I guess you should play if you like the franchise. But what you really want to play is episode 4. That's what you really want. You really want to see Clementine go full circle and go Lee mode with the kid. So yeah, season 3, whatever. But season 4, I gotta say, I liked myself some season 4. Again, I kind of wish I had played it myself instead of watching some Let's Play. I really like the characters in season 4. Despite the fact that they're like so simple and like silly in compared, especially compared to the characters you meet as Lee. It's a weird thing where they're just more normal, but they're also more weird. The setting is like, no, don't extend the water, don't extinguish my torches. It's super weird that they settled on the stories, a bunch of kids in an orphanage and they survive together. And they have their own little civilization. And it's basically, I don't know, what do you call that one place that's governed by kids? Whatever. Wait, why are there torches down there? Is this the same cave? No way, this is the same. This is the same cave as the one from before. I've gone around in a big circle. Wait, isn't this good? That means I have a big escape system in your house. Never mind. Anger rescinded. The only thing I remember thinking weirdly about season 3 is season 4, I mean, is AJ's hat situation. To me, it always seemed weird that AJ does not wear a hat. I guess because they wanted him to have the funky afro. And I do like his afro, design-wise. It's a good design decision. It makes him stand out from other characters. But I do kind of wish he had that little hat. Especially Kenny's hat. Because in the story, there's a way to get Kenny's hat and keep it as a memento yourself. And I find it really weird that you can't have him give you the hat, you know? Like, not have him give you the hat. You can't make AJ use the hat. But again, you gotta respect the afro, man. Like, I can't even be angry. He looks sick on it. AJ as a character is really cool, too. Because, like, what happens when a kid is brought up by another kid, you know? Especially in a zombie apocalypse. Is like, with Lee, we saw how he kind of rewired a few things about Clementine to help her survive the apocalypse. With AJ, I mean, Clem already knows how to survive the apocalypse. This kid does not. It makes it really cool because his morality is all stilted and crap and not normal from how normal people would react in the modern day and age. You know, today, another geode. I am losing my mind. I think I'm trying to find a way out. There's no need, you don't look the gate anymore. And I am looping around, or at least Herobrine's hanging out in my world. I don't know, I think I'm losing my mind anyways. Quing, 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 quing. Quing, 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 quing. Wing, 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 Winnie, wing, Winnie from Ratatouille, wing, Winnie from Ratatouille. Careful! I hear the zombie roar. Come here, you guys. They're just taking turns on me. I need to turn off that data pack. I would be super dead without it. Should I name the channel something along those lines? Why are you all getting a turn hitting me? What is this fun parade that you've got going on? The parade where we hit you every time we go up a stair where you are diagonally a block upwards because our eyes are pointing that way. Or something, I don't know. Minecraft works weird. You guys form an orderly line and get beat up. This is what Season 3 of The Walking Dead feels like, guys. Basically. What I'm trying to say. Thank you for dying. Please, continue to die harder. I want to see you dying even harder next time, guys. Good job, good job, good job dying. Big ass cave. I love the new caves. They're so big and imposing. They remind me of that one mod that I played for the alternate Minecraft universes video. I've wondered if maybe I should make videos about the Walking Dead game. Because to me, it's just a really unique game that kind of marked a lot about my childhood. I tend to enjoy story-driven games. The best thing is when the game is story-driven plus also fun as fuck. But the Telltale games were just a special thing for me. And I guess especially the Walking Dead games. I barely talk about them. Because, I mean, nobody really discusses them anymore unless that's like specifically designed or centered, focus their channel around them. Which I think is, I mean, it makes sense. It's the kind of thing that happens with every game that's kind of somewhat of a niche. Happens with games way more popular than The Walking Dead, such as Kingdom Hearts, where there's just channels to talk about it. But I always love the videos talking about The Walking Dead because people speculate really awesome things about the game, right? From whether a character actually died or not to more complex stuff. It's a weird environment, but I dig it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I've thought many times about discussing the game. I just don't know if I have anything to say. A lot of what I have to say probably has already been said. I ain't gonna surprise anybody. I ain't gonna break any barriers. I ain't gonna break any legs. Remember when doing that would spit everything that you had in the crafting inventory? Why is there so much lapis in this seed? Lapis here, lapis there, lapis there, lapis there. What is happening? Is this a biome thing that I don't know? Have I mistakenly left a data pack? No, there's no way I did that. I didn't even put any data packs that could affect world generation when I generated the world. Oh man, Minecraft music is so nice now. Now, it's always been. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, nice. That was good side tier. Side plot to go find some stuff that's kind of garbage. I do need this raw gold. I'm gonna need a lot of raw gold, so I guess it's a good thing that I'm down here mining it. Because that's gonna be tricky and difficult to get. Dead end. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the Walking Dead games. Just good games with good stories, with good like plot points that are intriguing. It's awesome to think about things just regarding them, what the characters do, what the characters did, what will happen, what didn't happen, what could have happened. How did Kenneth do the thingy where he survived the alleyway full of zombie? That wasn't a hippie train. Another musical reference for y'all. I hear some whoops. I hear some whoops. And I have some motion sickness. And I don't know why. I need to watch my diet, dude. I don't have a boat for you. I almost looked at you straight in the eyes. I guess we do it the older way. Paul. Friendo. What up? We're doing this the elder way. Without a boat. The way true Minecrafters do it. No power. I'm leaving this. Oh, creeper! Creeper!